This recording's about well-being. I notice how many people don't prioritize their own well-being. Well-being, what is well-being? For me, this is your psychological, emotional, physical, spiritual well-being. It's about you feeling well and being well. So if you have an illness, that's because we often say, oh, I've got an illness, I've caught something from somebody. Well, maybe, yes, but maybe you've caught something from somebody because you're not well yourself, and so your natural body is not able to fight it off in the same way. What I experience with people that are really well is that they very rarely get ill. So, to what extent are you looking after your well-being? There's various elements of this. There's your psychological well-being. So, to what extent are you caught up in a way of thinking that isn't serving you? Are you caught up in a story about your life or your circumstance or your partner or your work or your money? Part of psychological well-being is a journey of learning about the mind so that you can be free and have peace. And this links into emotional well-being also, really, because our emotions are created by our thoughts. So if I'm thinking that I'm worried, then the emotion is fear. The emotion is the worry is coming from my thinking. So there's learning about the mind. There's going on a journey of exploring how I think, how I achieve my peace and clarity. There may be some exercises to do. There may be some yoga or meditation or running, or it's like, how do you look after your physical well-being? Your physical well-being in practices that support you to exercise and energize and oxygenize the body, and also nutrition. So it's like, what are you feeding yourself? Are you feeding yourself with foods that create tiredness and put more stress on the body, cause inflammation? So there's a lot of science out there now about the foods that we of course, there's always different diets and some of them conflict, but fundamentally the core advice is aligning on some basics around sugar and carbohydrate and gluten and things. And it's like, how do you eat in a way that is, again, supporting your well-being, the health and vitality of your system? So the primary thing I wanted to focus on now is just what I notice is that people don't prioritize their well-being. It seems to sometimes be the last thing that's taken care of. And I'm curious about, because for me it's like the most important, because it's like, if I look after my mind and my body, then I can have vitality in my relationships, in my family life, in my holidays, in my work. I can be vital and alive and effective. And so it's like looking at this trend that goes on, where it's like there's work, go home, see family, spend time with kids. And it's either spending time with kids or rushing around home, or it's working. And I understand it's not easy, right? There are many demands on us in many different ways, but fundamentally, the core focus is, if I prioritize my own health and well-being, then I can be vital in all of those other areas. So my invite to you in this little recording is just to stop and reflect and explore and ask yourself, what thinking have I got going on that has me not do this? And does it make sense? Does it make sense?